An experience in the city, laughter, lesson, and long walks. You know how people say that one day you will be able to laugh about it. I am laughing about this one now, every single time I think about it. As I write this, my stomach hurts from laughing on the inside, because in its entirety, it is hilarious. This happened during the first time I ever indulged in cannabis and alcohol. I had smoked too much, drank too much, and went to sleep thinking nothing of it. I woke up later and decided it was time to go home, not realizing what time it actually was. Side note, we did not have cell phones yet. Yes, I am that old. So there I was, standing at a bus stop in the winter in my born city of Chicago, cold already biting but still very much under the influence and unaware. The bus pulled up, the doors hissed open, and the driver looked at me and said clearly, "This is the last bus until 4 or 5 in the morning." I would later find out that meant about 3 hours away. Now remember, I was heavily under the influence, not as an excuse but as the explanation. My response was confident, polite, and completely foolish. I said, "I will wait for the next one." The driver looked at me again and told me a second time, slower, with a look that should have registered. I did not catch it. I repeated myself, "I am going to wait for the next bus." He nodded, closed the doors, and pulled off. It was maybe 4 seconds after that bus left that the cold finally cleared my head just enough for the truth to land. I realized what he had said. There was no next bus. I shook my head, embarrassed, standing alone in the freezing Chicago night. And then I heard a voice in my head, simple, calm, and firm, "Start walking." I believe with my whole heart that was the triune God guiding me. Not condemning me, not shaming me, just directing me forward. Psalm chapter 119 verse 105 says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path." That night, the light was not comfort, it was instruction. As I started walking, it occurred to me that the bus driver probably knew exactly what kind of lesson I was about to learn. The Chicago way, which is usually the hard way. And strangely enough, I believe he was praying for me as he drove off. Not mocking me, not dismissing me, but entrusting me to a lesson that would stay with me. I made it home cold, humbled, sober-minded in more ways than one, and much wiser. I learned that night that freedom without wisdom will still leave you standing alone in the cold. I also learned that God can correct you without scolding, guide you without yelling, and teach you lessons you will one day laugh about. Now when I think about it, I laugh hard, grateful that I was protected, grateful that I learned, and grateful that God's mercy sometimes looks like a long walk home. As written in Lamentations chapter 3 verse 22 and verse 23, "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not, they are new every morning, great is thy faithfulness."